Okay, we are on step number 2 already. I told you this is a very easy beginner-friendly tutorial. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to google.com and let's zoom in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to type in something like free online icon converter. You can see it's auto completing for me. Let's hit enter. And the same as with the background removal tool, there are plenty of free tools that you can use without having to enter your email or anything like that. My favorite thus far has been redketchup.io. So that's the one that I'm going to recommend to you. I'm just going to click here. It should take us directly to the icon converter page. But one thing I want to show you, just in case you happen to hit the redketchup.io homepage, all you want to do is take a look and scroll down the page. So we have image tools, we have animation tools, and then we have icon tools. This is right where we want to be. And right here at icon tools, we're just going to click on icon converter. As you can see, it took us right back to that page that we needed in order to convert the icon. So this is going to be super similar to Canva. It's very easy. Do not worry. First, we're just going to do step 1 where it asks us to select an image. So I'm going to click here on browse. We can zoom in. I'm going to click here on browse. And then as you can see, it automatically opened to my downloads folder and I can see the Canva design that we downloaded, Untitled Design. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to click on open. And here's our logo with a transparent background from Canva. How cool is that? Now this is like the really fun part because there's so many things that you can do with this in order to make your logo look cool on your desktop. First, I'm just going to start by kind of expanding this as much as I can and try to get the entire image inside the frame. So one thing that you can do is down here at aspect ratio, I'm going to go ahead and change that from square and put it into freeform. And then that's going to allow me to do more adjustments so that I can fit the entire image inside. So there we go. You can see that worked. And then I'm going to scroll down to step 3 now. And this is the part that I find the coolest because you get to control how you like your desktop icon. So I like mine's more of a circle. I think some people like to have a square icon. Some people are in the middle. They like having a squircle. I don't know if I'm into that, but before I show you the shape tool, let's go ahead and right here as our background, you can see that it's currently set to transparent. Zoom in so you guys can see that. It is currently set to transparent, but I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna actually either enter an RGB code, a href code, or if you click here on the right, you can just pick a color. Let's try going with this green color here maybe. Yeah, I think that looks really cool. And so now you will be able to better see kind of what I was talking about with the shapes. So as you can see here, it is set to square, but if I continue to move it over, you'll see it kind of go into a squircle and then it will go into a complete circle. How cool is that? I think this looks really good. I think one thing that I would improve is maybe trying to center the logo a little bit more here. So let's zoom out and let's go back up to that step number 2. And then I'm going to move the crop in like that and try to get it a little bit closer to the image. And then that way, if I scroll down, you'll see that that image is now centered inside the circle. Okay, so we are on to the second to last step. Now for this one, this is where we're actually going to name our file descriptively because this is pretty much the last step or the second to last step. So instead of untitleddesign.ico, I'm just going to name it The Sims 2. But one thing that I always like to add in there is a keyword like window replacement icon so that I know not to delete this image. So I'll put in window replacement icon. So I'm just going to zoom in here so that you can see that. And as you can see, I named it The Sims 2 Windows Replacement Icon. There's a couple of Z's in there. Let's take that out and just make sure you keep that file ending that says .ico. So We're going to click on download here. And that's going to take us to this final page where we kind of get a preview of what this is going to look like on our desktop. There's not much to change here, so I would say leave everything the same. The one thing that I would make sure is that this is 256 by 256 pixels. And we want to go with the highest resolution because nowadays everybody has modern desktops and some people have big monitors and things like that. So, what happens is when you're inside of the file window, if the image is too small or the resolution is too low, you're gonna get a really, really bad pixelated image. It's not gonna look very good. So we wanna go with the highest, 256 by 256. And then that way, if we're inside the folders and we're seeing the icon as extra large, we can still see it beautifully. It's gonna look very nice with nice resolution. However, if we change it down to small icon sizes, we'll still get like a really nice image that looks good. With that being said, for this last step, we're just going to click on download. And then we're going to give it the 30 seconds that redketchup.io takes, and it should automatically pop open and download that file. Okay, as you can see, the download completed. We got an automatic pop up here saying that the download is done. So I'm just going to click and open that. We always like to double check. And I can see inside of my downloads folder that I have this very pretty new nice icon that we created. So I can see the file name here that's very descriptive. Let's zoom in. There we go. And then over here to the right in the preview pane, I already can see a preview of what that icon is going to look like. Okay, Bessie, I will see you in step number 3. We are almost there at the home stretch.